mixing them, so they've done it tough. Look, there's enough players out there. There's some size, there's some ability. They've got a lot of things going for them. The thing that they haven't got going for them is confidence. They are pretty low on confidence.
They are indeed. The team's Adam Milner. We're leading from the front as we welcome our referee onto the field here. That's Tom Grant, our video referee today, Chris Kendall. And Hull FC are about to get underway then. Super League round 7 continues. Hull FC against the Huddersfield Giants. Is revenge in the air for the black and whites? Or will the Giants make it 4 wins in their last 5? About to get underway. Just got to wait for the young mascots to clear the way, and we do get underway. It is a bit breezy here in Hull, but the conditions underfoot and in the air are perfect for what should be a really good game of rugby league.
Yeah, look, you've got to make sure you play the conditions, but you've got to make sure as well, if you're low on confidence, you respect the ball, you respect the position where you are on the field. Don't be giving cheap penalties away. You can see the yardage already just in the opening 3 plays that Huddersfield are making.
Yeah, Milner in at dummy half. Giants on a roll. Forward they go. Good strong tackle there. Makes the tackle. Giants with Milner. They've got bodies in motion and a line break straight through the middle. They've got Cluning support here. Might not need it. They opted to dummy and go it alone there. And the tackle is made 10 away. Great start there. English it was with a bust. Now they're swinging it across to this near side. They've got numbers here. If Connor finds a pass, gets it to Swift, and he's in again. Adam Swift can't stop scoring against Hull FC. And he's over in the corner from the very first set of the game. The Giants start red hot. It's Swift who gets the Giants off to a swift start.
Oh, that's a shocking start from Hull FC. You know what? You prop forward from the team that you're playing against, goes right through the gap. And then the man who had 4 seasons at Hull FC scores the opening try just after a minute. But that's far too easy. When you've got a prop forward, no disrespect to Matty English, the first set of 6, he's thinking that he's going to carry the ball. He's going to be up a team that's under the pump, and he's going to get belted. Far too easy. And Jake Connor just gets hold of this ball, the right timing, the right pass selection, goes out to that man who scores the try. Poor start. You know, you're low on confidence, Matt, and you know what, Ian Watson knows that his side, or thought his side, would have been tested in this game, but I don't think he expected to score in the opening minute.
Well, he looks pretty happy. Jake Connor's got a tough start here. Can he add the extras from out wide? Well, we mentioned it's been a tough campaign for the Hull fans. That's not the start they were hoping for. As Connor from the sideline curls it and nails it. The Giants fans high up behind the post enjoyed that one. The 4 becomes 6. Can't get a better start than that.
No, outstanding start. Tony Smith and Francis Cummins will be just looking over the video on how that happened, but it was just clear play. And you've got a man at the back pulling the strings, Jake Connor. He played 1, 3 and 6 when he played at Hull FC. Never really owned a position. Missed last week against London, but was influential in scoring that try.
Well, Ian Watson rested a few last week, didn't he? Like some Milner and Connor left out last week for the trip to London. They're fit and firing here. They've got a cup game next week. They've got a really tough run of fixtures coming, the Giants, and they'll want to make sure, Terry, that they're in touch with that group we mentioned. 5 teams on 10 points at the top.
Well, every year when Super League kicks off, you're looking at Huddersfield, the money that they're spending, the squad assembled by Ian Watson, they should be up the top end of the table and performing and beating those big clubs. And it's just all about putting performances together.
Here they come again, the Giants. They're looking slick here. Tackle is made over on the far side. 3 involved in that tackle. Milner quickly in, working the short side again. Clune takes it to the line. Good defence this time from the black and whites. Big shot goes in from Sutcliffe. And now the ball works its way across to Connor. He's just going to launch it high. Hoy will wait. Catches it, no real pressure on him. There's a wall of pink in front of him, and that wall of pink will tackle him and push him back as well. Ian Watson will be delighted with that opening set.
Yeah, dominant, aggressive, some real intent there. Nice and condensed. Just as soon as Hoy gets hold of that ball, they get hold of him and drive him backwards. If you're a Hull FC player here and you're bringing the ball away, you're thinking, right, where am I? What's my job? If you're a prop forward, I'm going to run as hard as I can. I'm going to try and put a dent in the defensive line and get a win for the man who's behind me.
Ball carried forward over the 20-metre line.
Wait.
SAS it is who's wrapped up. They'll work the short side. They'll move it with Smith over on that far side. This is a last tackle. Didn't think they were held then, but they weren't. Smith is just going to stab the kick over the top, and it'll trickle its way towards the line, and Connor's happy to let that go into touch. And Hull complete their first set of the game.
Well, that's it, and this is where they want to be. This is where they need to be in the game. If they've got any chance of going on to win this game, a nice little kick from Smith just turns them around. Now they can just get centre field, assess what they're going to do, in the next couple of minutes and sets. Forget about that start, it's gone. You're 6 points behind on the scoreboard now. You just want to try and affect what's going to come in the next 75 minutes.
Yeah, Ian Watson looking on. Always a maker of many notes, isn't he, Ian Watson? There's a ball carried forward. Yates on appearance, 150 for him, so a proud day for him. As the ball now works its way across the field, and again it's another good carry. The forwards are making dents in this Hull defensive line. And Milner will just pop the ball up to Clune. Good read from Sutcliffe, had to cut in there, made a good challenge just short of the halfway line. Well, you get the feeling every time as Tony Smith high up in the gantry is looking on, but here they come again, looking to get the ball away to Swift. Swift tries to back himself, then cuts back in, realises that the room he thought he had wasn't there, and a good tackle there. Centre field, that was good work in the centre of the field from Pele. Little kick in behind. Has it got too much on it? No, it hasn't. It's perfect. Hoy, nowhere to go, just dives on the floor. A couple of metres out from his own line.
And he had to do that as well. He was confronted by 4 players. Then if he doesn't dive on the ground and give that more or less voluntary tackle away, he's probably held up and driven back over the line. So good play from the fullback.
Quick play of the ball here for McIntosh. That's better against his former club. McIntosh makes a good 20 metres downfield. This is better from Hull. Get it on a bit of a roll. Strong challenge goes in there.
A call from the Hull fans that was a high shot. And they get the penalty. Just too quick out of the blocks.
I'm trying, mate.
Much better though that from Hull FC.
That your head.
There's a Huddersfield player down here. English it is who's taking a head knock here. I think there's a bit of blood coming out.
Well, they just need to be a bit lively, don't they? And like you said, it was a good set for Hull FC. Plenty of speed, plenty of support for the man carrying the ball, and nice play from Sutcliffe.
Good, Matt, here. You staying on?
You just see, as he just clashed with Leroy Cudjoe. Been giving the thumbs up. He's back in the defensive line, though.
Yeah, he's okay to carry on. Physio's waved that one away. So Hull then, first attacking set, and they generated this with some good ruck speed out of their own end of the field. What can they do now? They're down that end. Charles gets it away to SASA. Excited to see the youngster, Jack Charles. Only 18 years of age, but he's clearly a player. Ball, though, will go to Smith. Smith pops it up, and it's driven forward here. The whole crowd finding their voice. Can the Giants defend early on? New Brown is in at dummy half. Brown will get it away here. Ooh, bit of a juggle there from Lane, and in the end will just have to take the tackle, but almost poked his head through the line. And in the end, they're going to try and, I think, hold him up in goal, which they will. And Hull will have to go back to the 10.
Tackle free.
They just don't need to panic here. Now whether they can build some pressure, get another set if they don't get over the line.
Here is Charles now. Little pass, tip pass over the top to McIntosh. McIntosh cuts back in, looking for a gap. That gap doesn't appear. And he's tackled just inside the Huddersfield 10. They've got numbers left, Hull. Can they execute here with Smith? Gets it away to Charles. Short pass. Ball offloaded from South. Sutcliffe is over. And Hull FC are over. Lovely hands close to the line. I think the referee's going to want to check this. He's going to consult with the video referee. Goes try on the field. Let's find out what Chris Kendall makes of this one.
Okay, we've got a live call of try. We're checking the grounding. Hull player is in possession of the ball. Reaches out, he appears to still be in possession, and grounds the ball. I've viewed the angles I need. I've made my decision.
Didn't take long for Chris Kendall to come up with a decision there. Liam Sutcliffe's first of the season for the Black and Whites. Well, Tony Smith won't have been too happy with the start that his side made here, but he'll be happy that with their first attack they've gone down the other end and scored.
Well, I think Liam Sutcliffe is one of Hull's best players. Scored 2 tries against Huddersfield 12 months ago when they got the win over them, ended a 7-game losing streak. And if they get the chance and they get the position that they need, like I said, something will come off. Nice offload from Leaky Sauer, just pushing up in support. Liam Sutcliffe. This is a side that is at the wrong end of the table. All the fans expect so much, and Liam Sutcliffe was brought in to do a job. He gets the points. A big kick here now.
Yeah, just to level it up. Oh, he's hit the post. Nearly knocked the post over there.
Oh, just a bit.
6 points to 4 it remains. No kick for Charles on that occasion, but Tony Smith will be breathing a bit easier now.
Yeah, just some points on the board. Like I said, he got off to a shocking start. Could see him try in the opening minute. Maybe they're a bit nervous. Like I said, the fans here have come out in the numbers week after week to show the support. Obviously, the mood around the stadium in the build-up, everyone seemed to be a bit nervous. Tony Smith knows what he wants from his side, and he's got points on the board.
Kick is allowed to bounce over on the far side, and he might be slightly fortunate it bounces kindly as it did. It could have gone anywhere, but Hull have it back. And they are on the board. What can they do on the back of points then? It just showed, didn't it? Huddersfield gave away the penalty on the halfway line, invited Hull in, and Hull putting points on the board. Here they are now, again, moving it across this near side. Good hands, and now Cam Scott is racing away. Cam Scott up and over the 40. He's still going. This has been a good response from Hull FC. Scott wants to play it right on halfway. Gets it away now to Charles. Charles to Smith. Drops it back for Pele. He takes it forward. Determined carry from him. And Hull are on a bit of a roll here. Quick play of the ball for New Brown. Gets it away now. SA over the top. Can't get the ball away, but gets a very quick play of the ball. Last one. New Brown gets it away to Smith. Was the runner just in front there? The ball's grounded in goal by Bibby. And that will be a goal line dropout. Very impressive from Hull.
It's very easy. Play direct. You've got your 2 big fellas in Franklin Pele. Getting a quick play of the ball on the back of that. Probably Hull FC's best go-forward player in Herman SA. He gets up, plays the ball quickly. Then all of a sudden, New Brown's got an opportunity to get out from dummy half. Gives the ball cleanly to Smith, who then pressures the backfield of Huddersfield. The game's not complicated. You just got to do what you got to know what your job is and do it. Like I said, Pele and Herman SA did a good job then.
Great catch from Charles. That could have gone wrong. Here is SA. Wrapped up on the 40, so the Giants will be pretty pleased with that. Good chase, and this was a great catch. He's not lacking in confidence, is he, the youngster? New Brown. No Danny Houghton today. New Brown back at dummy half. Pops it up. Here goes Pele. All of a sudden, the forwards all want a piece of it. And they're carrying again here inside the 10. The Giants got some work to do here defensively. Smith skips across one, finds Charles. Miss out pass, finds Scott. Just had to reach for it. Scott cuts back in. One-handed offload to Hoy. And Hoy is wrapped up. Ockenbaugh in at dummy half. Charles, is he going to put the kick in? He does. It's a little bit too close to Connor. He'd probably want that one back again. Right idea, maybe the execution not quite right.
Yeah, needed to go to the left-hand side of the sticks where he did have some support from some of his players. Like Hull FC now try and do a number on Huddersfield. And I said the forwards have really lifted the tempo for the Black and Whites. They've got to do that in defence as well.
They have. Huddersfield then having to work out of their own end of the field. Well, we mentioned at the top of the show the conditions are really good for an open game, and we've had an open game so far here. So I've gone in a breath as Milner out of dummy half was looking to pass. There was a whole player in his way potentially. And this is the 5th and last tackle as Connor will hoist it high. A floating kick. Underneath it was Martin. Thought better of it in the end and gets a nice bounce, and he'll bring it back. The youngster, I think, been a real positive so far for Hull FC, and he didn't fancy that high one, though.
Yeah, it was absolute. It was a shocker. It was spiralling everywhere. The ball goes up in the air. He just pulls out of it. thinking I better be safe than sorry. Like you say, Lewis Martin and young Jack Charles, just two of the young guns that's coming through the system here.
Yeah, we had Nick Stavely as well, who sadly got an ACL injury, didn't he, in training, so he's out for the season. We wish Nick a speedy recovery. There's now a short pass to Ockenbaugh. He's short of the halfway line. New Brown in at dummy half. Gets it away now to Hoy. Hoy will move it to SASA, who carries and looks to offload, and he gets an offload away. Ball now inside Giants territory, and Hoy's away. Can he get the pass away? He does, but the Giants scramble. They were busted there, the Giants. Here now is Smith. High kick. Swift underneath it. Gets off the ground, and then McIntosh collects him. It's another completed set, though, for Hull FC.
Again, it's nice, isn't it? They're playing off some power. A nice offload from SASA. And another offload from Hoy to Charles. Then they get to the kick. Be disciplined here. The Hull FC fans are doing everything they can here to try and lift the side.
Here's Bibby.
Stand up. Go 3, play on. He's back.
Milner thought he had markers not square.
Move. Hold. Go 4.
Wallahea finds Connor, who's going for the 40-20. He's kicked it in behind, but he hasn't got the juice on the kick, and Hoy will retreat back and collects it, then says to Martin, you can bring it forward, and he will do. And almost, oh, he's lost it. Big moment, he's lost it. And it could be a chance here for Swift, and Swift's going to stroll in. Disaster for Hull FC. Adam Swift will score the try. It was Martin with the error, and Swift will not score an easier try. It's a double for Adam Swift on his return to the MKM, and Huddersfield extend their lead to 10 points to 4.
Well, you feel sorry for the young man, Lewis Martin. No, they restricted Huddersfield to just 25 metres before Jake Connor got that kick away. And then as he's just bringing the ball back, just loses possession. And Adam Swift just hugging that touchline, just pushing up. Well, gets the benefits, doesn't he? You can see just falls out of his hand. The nice ball out wide. Adam Swift just joining on the spot out wide. And you can just see the second effort over the top from Leroy Cudjoe. Masters just finds his winger, and his wing goes in. Like you said, Matt, an easy try.
Yeah. Well, we've just given Lewis Martin the big build-up. He'll be disappointed with that, the young fella. It's an error that has been punished very severely indeed. A gift for the Giants. Tony Smith will look on, and frustration because his team have been really good, barring the first minute and the last minute we've just seen, Terry. 13 minutes in between have been fantastic.
Yeah, exactly, but that's the thing, you know, a couple of lapses in concentration, whether you're defending or whether you're carrying the ball, and you could see yourself behind on the scoreboard or conceding 12 points.
There's Jake Connor, adds the extras, 12 points to 4. There is Connor. In just a moment, Martin coming up with the error, but nice moment here, look. Bit of experience from the big fella. SAS said, come on, don't worry about it.
Yeah, like
get your head up and go again.
Absolutely, and that's what you want from your senior players as well. So Liggy Sauer just addressing the players, and he's probably saying exactly what you said, Matt. Like, look, forget the start, forget the last minute. The 13 minutes in between, we've actually done okay, and we've matched them.
The one worry you do have for Tony Smith's side is that you worry when SASA and Pele will go for a breather. I mean, Jack Brown's been in good form, but they haven't quite got the beef on the bench, have they?
Yeah, Jack Brown's got plenty about him. A lot of Super League clubs looking at him around. I really like the look of young Matty Laidlaw. Spent some time at Keighley last year. I think he's a tough up-and-coming prop forward. But like you say, he's up against like a big pack, a seasoned pack in Super League.
Well, here's Connor again going for the 40-20. Oh, he gets a wicked bounce away from Martin. He's going to have to retreat back to his line. He collects it. Now he's got to get back in the field of play, and he does. Connor, though, praying down that side, isn't he? He's clearly spotted either that Martin's too far up, Terry, or he thinks he can kick in behind him.
He's a clever player, isn't he? And just spots that space in behind, and you're just looking for that green patch of grass where you think nobody can defend. He did a decent job, though, Lewis Martin, just to stay in the field of play when he got that ball. And now for Hull FC, it's all hands on deck.
It is. You've got to get that aggression, that physicality, that pace of play back into the play here, the black and whites. 11th in the table coming into it, just one win. That was against London. And that was a last gasp win here. Morgan Smith's late try as Smith kicks downfield and across field. This is a decent kick. He's a little bit unlucky there. A low bounce would have had Connor in a bit of trouble. Here is Connor looking to bring it back. Skipping across the field, gets it to Swift. Swift thinks, thanks very much for that, Jake. Tries to get out of one, does get out of one, and almost there thought about the offload.
Hold.
Well, Jack Brown's onto the field now just to try and lend his weight and give him a bit of a lift from the bench. Franklin Pele is the man who's left the field.
Go 2, he's good now.
There you go, Ikehefo as well.
3, move, pull back!
So
Yeah.
2 battering rams on the field.
Look here, keep getting your name, mate.
Now a penalty conceded by Hull. Lollahea on it in a flash. Hoofs it into the far stand here. They just cannot afford to give away territory like that.
Yeah, that's right. And you can see Huddersfield, they just want to dictate the speed of the game, don't they?
One, leg it now! Find me.
So here come the Giants then. Lollahea gets it away, driven in by Wilson. 20 metres out. Milner waits at dummy half. He's got Lollahea. They're going to switch play back to Milner here. Milner gets it to Connor. Connor then turns it back on the inside. Ikehefo. They're trying to change the angle at every opportunity here, Huddersfield. They're within striking distance. They're coming back to this left edge again. Here now is Masters skipping across. Masters needs a runner. Well, he had one momentarily. It was Nagama. He didn't give him the ball. And they're tackled straight in front of the post here. Pull back on their own line. Clune wants it. Little stab kick through, and it's going to be another try for the Huddersfield Giants. And it's Jack Murchie who pounces on the loose ball and scores the try. And it's his 3rd of the season. That was too easy for the Huddersfield Giants. Clune's kick converted by Murchie, and the Giants have got their 3rd score.
Well, that set of 6 from Huddersfield. From the moment they got the penalty, it was kicked out of the field. He just wanted to play the game at speed. Plenty of players in motion, changing a direction, back against the grain, and then a nice kick from Clune. Like I say, to Murchie, got some strike out wide on the right-hand side. Big physical player, hit some really good lines, and was aware of the threat and the kicking game from Clune. But Ian Watson's men then, that set of 6 to look dangerous. It was quick. They knew exactly what they were after. They had plenty of options for the ball carrier. The players that the likes of Jake Connor and Clune and Lollahea are putting on, there's a lot of variation.
Yeah, Murchie in good form. The former Eel, 45 NRL appearances, and so far he's appeared in every game. Here's Jake Connor then, 10 metres in from touch. Could have had the extras. It's another confident strike. It's another good strike. And 18 points to 4. Tony Smith will be wondering what's gone wrong here. And that error from Martin really has just turned round how this game was going.
Yeah, I mean, you've got likes of Clune and like I say, Lollahea and Jake Connor. They're playing quick play the balls. They're playing with plenty of speed. They're up against it here now.
Plenty more live Super League to come, of course. Sky Sports, the only place you can see each and every game live. What about that one? Catalan St Helens tonight, 8 o'clock start on Sky Sports Action. And then round 8, Leeds, Huddersfield kicks us off. Then it's Saints against Hull. Doesn't get any easier for the black and whites, does it? Wigan take on Castleford. It's now the Giants bring it forward, and Jack Charles was on the wrong end of one there.
I think it was Ollie Wilson who just picked him out. He saw the young half-back in front of him.
Here's Cudjoe, great hands, just couldn't get the ball away to Swift, or they would have been away again. Lollahea, though, they are still flooding forward. Here is Ikehefo. He's very much on the outside, wasn't he? Went to Salford, where he teamed up with Ian Watson on loan, and now firmly back in the Giants' plans. As the kick through, he's caught by Charles, just couldn't get away from Lollahea.
Good anticipation from the young man to get hold of that ball.
Aggressive from Lollahea. Look, Jack Charles, he's a slight of a lad. He's 18 years old, and he's going to have to find the defensive side of his game, but I think attacking-wise, Terry, only seen little bits of him. I like what I see. I think he's going to be a real player.
I thought he was superb against Hull KR on Good Friday. Like, plenty of bravery from an 18-year-old lad up against like a big physical side, and had to deal with Ollie Wilson a minute ago.
Here is Smith, gets it away to Lingy Sow, bumps one off, gets it away now to Lane. Ball back across the field to Ockenbaugh. Ockenbaugh shows and then goes, but Masters is all over him, and the tackle made on the 5th, just outside the 20-metre line. 5 in from touch. Here is Charles then. He's going to put the kick over the top. The runners are coming here. They get a bounce and Sutcliffe's in. Great kick, great anticipation, and Sutcliffe dots down, and Hull hit back 2 on the day for Sutcliffe. The black and whites are back in it.
Well, you can have all your attacking shape in the game, and you can have all your nice fancy plays, but you've got to have someone who's going to chase hard for everything, and Liam Sutcliffe does that. We talked about Jack Charles, and just at 18 years of age, the confidence that he's got, and his kick, to put that kick in at such a young age. Like, Tony Smith's giving him the reins to go out there and play, and like, you can see other players within the side letting this young man play. Look at that, it's a perfect kick, and just the chase, Liam Sutcliffe makes it into a brilliant kick, doesn't he? Look, it gets a nice bounce, but he's got to be there.
If he's not chasing it,
he's got to be there.
It bounces.
Yeah, exactly, and he was the only man really in the picture for him to get that. So Ian Watson will be disappointed, but again, that's just a bit of a lifeline that the Hull FC team need, and what the fans need to get behind the side.
Yeah, Charles will hit the upright with his first kick. Can he be successful here and get them back within 8? This time the flags go up, and Hull FC are back within 8 points here. It's been an action-packed opening 24 minutes, but Sutcliffe's second try just lifts the black and whites here at the MKM today.
It was just a great kick selection. He knew exactly what he wanted, but he knew exactly what kick he wanted to put in, because he knew what that man Liam Sutcliffe was going to do and where he was going to turn up as well. So that will give him a lift. It'll give him some confidence. Get through this next set of 6, get to your kick. You've got, what, 15 minutes before you get to half-time.
Now they've got to build on that. Put another good set in. Strong, aggressive challenge goes in. All that came about through the Charles catching the kick, didn't he, on the full. That set. Whenever Huddersfield have given Hull half a chance, they've taken it, haven't they?
Well, you've just got to take it. Look, they've conceded plenty of points, Hull FC, this year. But like I said, and like what you said at the start of the game, like, you're up against a team that dumped you out of the Challenge Cup. You've got to be determined. You've got to want to play. Like, there's only the players on the field that can put this right. It's not the injured players sat in the stand. It's not the coach in the stand either.
Yeah, speaking of injured players, great to see Joe Cater back for the black and whites. Injured really early on in the opening round here against Hull KR. Last one, they're going short side with Smith. Hoists it high, Connor waits. The chasers are coming though. Gets off the ground and instantly tackled, 10 off his own line.
Well, he goes up for that ball and he's just trying to protect himself, isn't he? Probably knew what was coming then, Jake Connor.
2, move on the ground.
And again, Hull FC just need to be a bit physical here, disciplined as well.
Yeah, they got hold of Connor on that occasion. Here's Bibby as Ashton Golding comes on for Adam Milner. So the Giants making a couple of changes. As here they go forward now. Good shot again from Hull. They're far from out of this Tony Smith side.
I've got that, I'm taking
Ball works its way across to Cudjoe, was looking to offload.
I think there's a late shot here on...
It's in his back, it's late tackle.
I think it's on Harry Rushton. I think it's Leggy Sow that comes out. He comes out the line, he hits him. And Tom Grant spots it straight away.
Yeah, referee might be having a look at this as well.
Okay, Chris.
I think it's just there. You just see him on the ground at the top of your picture. And it is penalty only, so what Hull don't want to do, they don't want to go down to 12, do they?
No, and they don't want to concede any more points here off the back of giving a penalty away.
No, well, they've invited Huddersfield in.
One.
They're 15 away. There is the hit.
Play on.
Didn't miss, did he?
Thanks, mate.
Clean tackle. Set restart here for Huddersfield, so they get another set.
Yeah, it comes off the hand of Jack Brown when he made a play for that then.
Yeah, he did. Here's Ashton Golding, gets it away. Keefo fancies a run, runs at Ockenbaugh, takes him back a couple of metres. Good post-contact meters.
He's been really good off the bench.
He has. Well, they're primed and ready. Which way is Golding going? He takes a step, loops the pass. Clune did well to take that in. Turns it back. Good tackle there around the midriff. Stops the Giants in their tracks. 9 out from the line. Hull could just do with a defensive stand, but they're coming with Lollahea. Short to Cudjoe. Cudjoe turns and spins. Ockenbaugh wraps up the ball. Meter out from the line. Which way do they go now? They fire it short and they're over. Too easy. Eason Masters strolls through, celebrates to the Giants fans high up in the stand, and Hull's defence is punctured again. Close to the line, the Giants strike, and they lead by 12.
Well, Masters, he looks great this year, doesn't he? Pretty quiet last year when you watched him play, but showed plenty of skill and determination this year. And the coach, Ian Watson's got plenty out of him. A nice setup play from them. Again, they just set in the line, they're punching the lines in. They get down and they'll be really disappointed to concede this try. It's just too easy when Masters just comes crashing onto the ball.
Yeah.
From Ash Golding. Yeah, it's far too easy.
Yeah, they've been loose defensively. You know, the points against column, Terry, so far 22 in round one, 36. 24, 26, 54, 50 and 34. It's just too many, isn't it?
Yeah, and it just goes to show that they just can't cope with pressure on the line when they've got to defend. Yeah, and they are playing well in patches. Ian Watson's men know that they've got to be clinical in this game. And when you're up against a desperate side, you've got to be absolutely bang on. And all they've seen, they just switch off on the line and concede an easy try.
Here's Connor looking for a fourth strike at goal, and he's 4 from 4.
Jay Connor just knows what he's got and how his team are playing, and you can just see the late shot that he received. Rushton, but the referee said it's okay to play on.
I think having seen that angle, Terry, I agree with that. It looked worse from the side on than it did from behind, didn't it?
Yeah, and the referee there, he's got to make a decision. Yeah. Plenty gets help in his ear as well from the video ref. And all that we want to see is consistency in the game, free-flowing.
Right, plenty of action, not just the Super League, but the NRL as well, including tomorrow, 9:15. The Raiders take on the Eels, and Hull have conceded another penalty. Broncos Dolphins next week. That should be a cracker. Friday, 11 a.m. And round 6 continues with the Eels taking on the Cowboys on Saturday. That's the first of a doubleheader. As the Rabbitohs, under big pressure, well beaten this weekend, take on the Sharks. So Huddersfield, with the help of a piggyback downfield, Terry, are back on the attack here, and they'll feel with 9 minutes to go in this first half, they could well put this game to bed here.
Yeah, well, they offer so much, doesn't he? Luke Yates on the back of getting that penalty. Again, you can just see the players just pushing forward. Jake Connor just behind the rope, pointing, directing what he wants. They've got good setup on the right-hand side with Clune there on the left-hand side. They had Tuilola here. So as a defender, you don't know which side the ball's going to go.
Here is Golding. Gets it away. Clune short pass to Rushton. New 3-year deal for him this week. Missed last year, most of it with an ACL, so great to see him back. Here is Lollahea. Short pass, Cudjoe. Cudjoe, can he get the ball away? He does over the top for Swift. Swift cuts back in, and it's a first half hat-trick for Adam Swift. 3 tries against his former club. He got 4 in the cup, and he might fancy a few more today as well. Hull's defence unravelling. The Giants have another try. They lead by 28 points to 10.
And when you're making mistakes, you're giving penalties away, you more or less be defending your line or defending in your half. And Leroy Cudjoe, all he's trying to do is look upwards and play what's in front of him. He sees young Jack Charles in his eye line. You can see them pointing him out. They go, he gets a one-on-one with him, he gets his arm free, goes over the top to Adam Swift, and he's in a rich vein of form, isn't he? Plenty of confidence, plenty of speed, plenty of awareness. Nice offload from Leroy Cudjoe. started his career out on the wing, now finds himself further in the middle of the field, and had to change the way he plays his game, but certainly took it on board now. And like I said, that it's just been a passage of play, what, 5 minutes that Tony Smith's men have had to deal with, and they just haven't been able to do that.
They haven't. That's 12 tries now for Adam Swift this season. Scored 47 in 64 here with Hull FC. And Connor looking to add another 2 to the Hull misery here. Still 7 to go to the break. Connor then looking to keep the 100% record going. And that one is waved away.
Well, Adam Swift scores the try. Nice line from Leroy Cudjoe. Instead, he just runs direct, gets a one-on-one, manages to get the offload away. Adam Swift, I think he has been an amazing pickup. One of the pickups of the year for me, Adam Swift. His work scoring tries, but his work bringing the ball away from the line as well. I think he's one of the best. So powerful and quick.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say Hull didn't want to let him go. They didn't want to lose him, did they? But I think travelling was an issue as well for Swift. And it is Hull's loss is certainly Huddersfield's gain. And if they keep him fit, you'd imagine he will be up at the top end of the Super League try-scoring charts.
Goal 3, he's good.
Ball down this near side. Here's Lollahea, gets it away to Rushton. He in turn finds Yates, who's well met. But this is a big 6 minutes for Tony Smith's side. The game getting out of reach as Connor looks to the near side for a 40-20 attempt. First bounce is a kind one for Hoy, so Hoy will retrieve it, and Hoy is then retrieved by the Huddersfield Giants. And he's pushed back 10 off his own line.
You know, you looked at Huddersfield last week, and they needed to tidy up the game today. I think versus London, the opening 20 minutes, they made far too many errors. They didn't really stamp their authority on the game and lacked a bit of intensity in defence, and I think they've addressed that. They've conceded 10 points.
McIntosh is down, holding the back of his head. Ikifo checked he's okay, but is there a potential issue here for the Huddersfield Giants player? Let's hope that McIntosh is okay. Yet to score this year. 99 appearances as a Huddersfield Giant. This is his 52nd for Hull.
Keep getting your name in me here.
Tony Smith
on the 10, off on the 10.
looks on.
What? It's been reviewed, mate. It's been reviewed.
There's no doubt Hull are doing it tough at the minute, Terry. They are missing several of their frontline players. However, their goal line defence is not up to the standard that they would want, is it?
No, like you said before, like conceding 34, 50, 54, 26, 24, 36, 22. Like, well, there's two sides of the game, and you've got to defend, and that's a big part of it, a big focus on it. Like most players want the ball, but you've got to do the dirty stuff as well. And when you're defending your line and you're not disciplined and you're turning the ball over, you're going to find yourself this area of the field.
Yeah, McIntosh is okay to carry on. No further action from the officials.
Hold. Goal 3, play on 3.
That period between the first and the try for Sutcliffe, all was so good there. It was such a short period of time, but they've shown they can do it. But as you said, they've got to be prepared to do the scruffy stuff to give them the chance to do the good stuff.
And you've got to do it. You can't have a switch off. You can't go short side, just trying to take a bit of a breath and let someone else do your work.
That's out on the full. Yeah. That's out on the full. And Smith there was trying to kick the ball downfield and maybe get his side the ball back, but it was a gamble. And Connor, the presence of mind just to put his foot over the line. How cool is this? Well, exactly what he was doing there, Jake Connor.
Well, that's it, man. Just don't overcook it. Just pull back on the meters. Well, you've gifted that field position. Huddersfield haven't even had to work to get that, what, 40 or 50 meters?
No. Now the ball working its way forward, and a line break here, and Luke Yates is over, but can he get it over the line? I think he has done. The ball on the ground, and a special day for Luke Yates, his 150th career appearance, and he marks it with his first try of the season. Yates powers over, big moment for him, and the Giants are running right here at the MKM.
Well, outstanding. offers so much, doesn't he? Not only is he a great defensive player, he returns the ball with interest. And this is what happens, like Morgan Smith. He kicks the ball, he overcooks it, far too much on it. 50 metres up the other end of the field they go, they concede, and then Luke Yates gets hold of the ball, goes over, probably one of the best defenders for Hull FC and Liggy South, leaves him on the floor, and that try just comes about because of sheer determination and willpower to get there. And Ian Watson again be making notes in his book, but by scoring 32 points in the first half with a kick to come, he'll be pretty happy.
Very happy. Jake Connor smiling in the sunshine here at the MKM. .15 in from touch. Takes his time. No rush for the Giants here. Strikes the ball high between the posts. And normal service resumed. 34 points to 10. And you have to say this is looking pretty ominous. Those that have made the trip from Huddersfield, they're pretty happy. One of their main men, Luke Yates, on the board on a landmark day for him.
And what a great servant he has been to the club. Look, they know that they're up against a team that's pretty low on confidence now. And Huddersfield, they won't be taking the foot off the gas here now. They'll want to try and inflict as much pain as possible. As Yates, the try scorer, carries the ball up. And again, he's just looking for a few more metres after contact, see what he can get.
And look, Terry, I know we're only in round 7. But we mentioned this. Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Sal involved. And also Jack Brown. And the referee will have a look at this one.
And that's what happens sometimes when you conceded or you've made mistakes. You try and fix it yourself and just come up with something.
Yeah. Jack Brown, who's already had a ban this year. They are having a look at this upstairs. Well, it was dangerous. Well, he's luckily, I think, does he land on his back? But I think there could be trouble here for Hull and things going from bad to worse.
Yeah, I agree.
Chris,
yes, mate.
Kendall is having a look at this.
Yeah.
We've seen this.
Yeah.
It is going to be a sin binning for Jack Brown. He's going into the bin. The card comes out. And Hull's problems go from bad to worse. Sin binning for Brown, and there might be potentially another ban on the back of that one.
Well, frustration, you put a player into dangerous position. And like we said early on in the first half, that the consistency you want from the officials, well, it's there for all to see. That the rules are you can't do that. And fair play to Rushton as well. He gets straight back up. He didn't want to make a big deal about it.
Yeah.
We see players this year that have tried to milk penalties.
Yeah.
And he gets straight back up, so credit to Rushton.
Yeah. And Tony Smith wants his bench to go on and be aggressive, but it's getting the aggression right, isn't it? Because if you're inviting the opposition in, they're going to make you pay. So down to 12.
Well, there's a fine balance between aggression right and frustration.
Yeah, well, here are numbers. Oh, great pass, Connor away. Connor's got support with him. He'll flick it to Nagama. And Nagama scores. And the boos ring around the MKM Stadium because Huddersfield here are absolutely flying. Another try. Connor very, very unselfish. The pass made it. And Nagama strolls over for his 3rd Super League try of the season.
Well, that's 5 tries in the last 5 games for Kevin Nagama over on the right-hand side. Unselfishly from Jake Connor. He just gives the ball out. And this could get really dangerous and untidy for Hull FC if they don't get hold of this game. It's just far too easy. You see when the ball's going across the field, you've got players shooting in, players holding back. The gaps appearing because defenders don't know what they're doing. You can't go into self-preservation mode. You've got to be connected and you've got to work together. And Hull FC at the minute now conceding 38 points. Could be 40 with this kick from Jake Connor. And that's not a half that you want.
It's the 7th try. And we've not yet reached half-time. Penny for his thoughts, Tony Smith. We've got to ask the question, Terry, and it's not one we like to broach, but they've conceded 50 points in 2 of their last 3. They're well on the way to conceding another 50 today. The fans are not happy here. Is Tony Smith under pressure?
Like, he's in the results business, isn't he? He's been in the game long enough, and he'll know that performances like this, not just by getting beat, but by getting beat like this, he'll feel the pressure now.
Well, Connor adds the extras, and the home fans are quick to let them know Adam Swift got a first-half hat-trick here. That means 7 tries to the good, that the Giants lead Hull by 40 points to 10. It's been a really poor first half for the black and whites, and it's a former black and white who's been doing the damage. All the reaction to come from a first half. The Giants bossing it in Hull. Plenty of live rugby league to come, not just from Super League. The Raiders take on the Parramatta Eels tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. on Sky Sports Arena as NRL continues, and round 6 next week. Some cracking ties for you to take in as Brisbane take on the Dolphins. That's on Friday. On Saturday, doubleheader, the Eels against the Cowboys, and the Rabbitohs take on the Sharks. All 3 games live on Sky Sports Arena. Well, here we're watching the Huddersfield Giants have some fun in the sun. They've run in 7 first-half tries that mean that Liam Sutcliffe's double is largely irrelevant. What a first half it's been for the Huddersfield Giants. And they hit the ground running here with a try in the very first minute.
Well, the first minute, it wasn't what they were after, was it? Matty English goes straight through the gap, sets up this field position, and Adam Swift on the shift play with Jake Connor pulling the strings, just offloads the ball. A nice easy play to him, pulling the defenders out the line. And Liam Sutcliffe needed to step up and had to play. And then just push up, support. If they have the field position, Hull FC, look, they're dangerous. They've shown that. They've just not had the field position. Mistakes, penalties, have gifted the ball to Huddersfield, and on the back of that, then they've just managed to get over the line. But the way that they've responded, Huddersfield, they just play on the front foot. Lewis Martin makes the mistake. Adam Swift in for his second try, an easy one as well. A nice pass from Eason Masters, and you feel sorry for the youngster. They're under some pressure, and nice and easy for Swift. And all of a sudden, then you're thinking, right, what's going to go on? Hull going to come up with a response. The Hull players, SASA, just helping the youngster out. And at the line, Clune, nice little kick for Murchie. Been really impressed with him. He's signing some strike over on the right-hand side, a big man that he is. And the young man, Jack Charles, what about this for a kick? Liam Sutcliffe, that's the only worry for me. There's only really Liam Sutcliffe that's pushing up for this, putting any pressure on Huddersfield, but he scores the try, and a much needed one. And then they undo that by a simple crash over from Masters when he just crashes onto the ball, gets a one-on-one. Nobody really touches him, gets on the outside of young Jack Charles and goes in for what is a simple try. Then the hat-trick man is here, Adam Swift, on the back of a Leroy Cudjoe offload, gets a one-on-one with the young man. Charles goes in, steps off his left foot, manages to get nearer the sticks to make it the kick easier, the conversion easier for Jake Connor. And it was like men against boys. And the last few minutes of the first half, they conceded a few tries, and I think this was a real simple try. Yet it was the determined run from Luke Yates, and yeah, Liggy Selby really disappointed. And like I said in the game, like, he'll be disappointed. He's one of the better defenders, but that just shows probably where Hull FC are this year. They're low on confidence, they're conceding tries for fun. They've conceded another 40 points in a game that you'd expected a response, but it just wasn't quite there from Tony Smith's men. And Kevin Nagama goes in just as the hooter sounds, and to take that game up to 40 points, wow.
Yeah, too many tries for the Huddersfield Giants. 60%, look at that, 100% possession, 100% completion. Some effort there. Been a tough old afternoon so far for Hull FC. Will the second half improve? Oh, well, Huddersfield continue to score the points. There has been a couple of tries for Sutcliffe, but they've been in vain. Second half is next. Every game of the Betfred Super League season is live and only live on Sky Sports, and we've got a cracker for you tonight as round 7 concludes. The Catalan Dragons take on St Helens. The winner will be top of the Super League tonight. 8 p.m. Sky Sports action for that one. And then we're back Friday 19th of April. Leeds take on the Huddersfield Giants. Leeds' third successive home loss last night. St Helens take on Hull. Doesn't get any better for the Black and Whites, does it? And Wigan take on Castleford. All that on Friday the 19th. And round 8 moves on with other 3 more games. Saturday sees Warrington take on Leigh and London take on Salford before the Dragons take on fellow playoff rivals Hull Kingston Rovers. All that to come. But it's been a very productive afternoon so far for the Huddersfield Giants. 40 points to 10. And with Jack Brown in the sin bin for the opening 9 minutes or so of the second half, there could be more pain to come. And we mentioned, Terry O'Connor, how tight he is at the top. Points difference could be crucial. Ian Watson's side, they've got to be ruthless here. Yeah, and I expect Ian Watson's men to be ruthless, come out firing on all cylinders, and that's what you're getting. We said before when we were talking and discussing in half-time about like 100% completion. That's like incredible. It's not been like 5 drives and a kick as well from Ian Watson's men. They've been throwing the ball around. They've been asking plenty of questions. And Hull FC have just had no answers to them at all. They haven't. I feel like I'm after timing a little bit here, but we were chatting, we were watching the Hull FC warm-up, Terry, and you, in fairness, you picked up on a couple of things that you weren't overly happy with. Well, I just thought that they lacked any intensity. You know, you're playing at home, you are where you are in the table. Your performances haven't been good enough, and you've been... Like, look, you're in the city, you've got a black and white side and a red and white side. The red and white side are absolutely flying high. Willie Peters' men are doing an amazing job. So you'd want to perform here and try and address the balance. And they're just not doing that at all. Well, we're live at the MKM Stadium, round 7 of the Betfred Super League. The Giants looking to close the gap on the leaders. They'll move within 2 points of that group of 5, but with Catalans to play Saints tonight, that gap may, well, it will reopen up.
Bring that white tape out just to
this evening, 8 o'clock. Can't wait for that one. The only question I think remaining here, Terry, is how many the Giants score. And look, what's Tony Smith going to say, do you think, at half-time? Well, you can say it. You can say a lot. And to be fair, I've been in changing rooms at half-time when we've been similar score lines to this, and the coach doesn't need to say much. You know yourself what you're going to do. You know if you look yourself in the mirror and you think, right, have I actually done that? Have I turned up for that? When we do captain's run the day before the game, have I said and have I committed to everyone else that I'm playing with that what I'm going to do in the game? And I think it's a bit of like man in the mirror time for some of these Hull FC players. Yeah, it is.
3, move! Go, 3.
Ball working its way forward. Tony Smith looking on, tough times for him and for Hull. We'll hear from him after the game. Interesting what his reaction is to this. Interesting what the second half brings. That might temper how that interview goes. Charles under pressure goes high. He was under pressure. Connor will come forward. Catches it on the full. And did well to take that ball as well. Then Jake Bibby, who's dropped around his hip earlier.
You're pushing forward, mate.
The first set of 6 now that they've got to defend. We'll see what they've got in them.
Move together.
I know they've probably got about another 23, 24 sets to do, but I just want to see what their attitude's like from what they've said to each other, what they've talked about in the changing rooms, to what even the coach has said to some individuals or groups of players, and how they're going to react here. Here they go now, bodies in motion. Morgan Smith this time gets the big see you later. He's knocked down. Ian Watson looks on. We want more from his side. And here they are trying to conjure up more as Cudjoe again finds an offload to Lollahea. Finds Clune. Clune moves it wide to Nagama. Bibby on the outside gets it to Bibby. Bibby for the corner. Don't think he got there. Oh, did he? They are celebrating. This will be a miraculous finish if he's got this down. From behind, it looked like he was just short of the line. But the referee's going to hand this one upstairs. What does Tom Grant think?
Please.
He thinks it's no try. Big calling coming.
Okay, we've got a live call of no try. We're checking touch and grounding. It's a fair challenge by the Hull defender. Bibby is in possession. The ball is grounded at that point. I need to try and work out if his body or any part of his legs are on the ground. The ball is up. The ball is up. Okay, at this point, Jake Bibby's leg is on the ground. So I'm going to go back to the first shot. Okay, and his legs must be out the side of the field of play. Thank you, I've made my decision.
Well, it didn't take too long to look. Well, I'll tell you what, I owe Jake Bibby an apology because I didn't think he got that ball down. I know he was in touch, but that is a heck of an effort from Jake Bibby. It will be in vain, it will be chalked off. Huddersfield know that. They've seen the big screen as well. But Terry O'Connor, that was a great effort from Bibby.
Well, he gave himself a chance, didn't he? But it's one hell of an effort from Lewis Martin to prevent him from scoring that try. But again, they conceded. The first set that they had to defend in the first half, they conceded a try. They nearly conceded the first set in the second half.
The big set here.
Hold!
Almost for Bibby. Great effort to get it down on the ground, but Hull had just got him out of play, and now a penalty conceded. You see it at real speed. Credit the referee as well, he got the call right on the field, but a penalty here. No discipline from Huddersfield on this occasion.
Tom Grant gives a relieving penalty away, and Daniel McIntosh celebrates. Look, he's trying to fight, he's trying to play the ball. You know, one of the best defenders in the competition, Luke Yates, his efficiency's up there. Incredible. He hits, he sticks, he dominates. He's there again, the number 13.
He's on a phenomenal roll of completed tackles, Luke Yates. 10 over the halfway. What have the black and whites got then? Start of the second half. Charles gets the ball away. And there is the youngster, Logan Moy, out there for his Super League debut. So congratulations to him and his family. The youngster, 18 years of age. It's junior takeover day here at Hull FC, and they've got a couple of juniors playing.
Well, that's the big plus for them, isn't it? You've got 3 young lads there, 3 teenagers on the field now.
They have. Here is Charles. Oh, pops up the pass. It was gone backwards, says the referee. Play on. Huddersfield have got to defend. Here now is Smith kicking across the field, looking towards Martin. Martin catches it. Can he get himself to the line? He can't. He's just held up. And it's a great point you make, Terry. Look, for the doom and gloom that is around this stadium for the black and whites, they will look at the likes of Martin. All right, he made an error, and you know, Charles may have missed a couple of tackles. They're young guys that are learning their trade. There's another one coming onto the field now in this second half, and they'll take pride in that, and they'll hope to see those youngsters develop.
Absolutely. This will be one of the toughest days and one of the big learning curve that you have in rugby league. You're tested, aren't you? And these players, look, whatever the scoreline looks like at the end of this game, they'll take a lot out of this, some of these young boys. Like, there will be better days for them in a black and white jersey. Whether it's this year, who knows?
Here's Lolohea. Oh, Kudjoe just got his fingertips. So finally, Huddersfield make a mistake. And that will be a turnover of possession. Can Hull just start to get some respectability back onto the scoreboard? There from Kudjoe. It's a tough old place to learn, isn't it, in the Super League? Weaknesses are exposed. And now the ball moving along the line. Good hands now. Chance over on the far side. And the tackle is made. 15 out from the line. Ball will come back to Charles now. Charles gets it away to Smith. Smith takes it to the line. Can't quite get his way through. 5 out, he'll be tackled. Ball now short with Brown. Gives it to Pele, almost over. He stopped him an inch short. Brown waits at dummy half. He's going to pounce one over and he will dive through. And it is a third try for Hull FC. No real celebration from Manu Brown. His third of the season. Huddersfield switched off. Brown makes them pay.
Look, he's an international hooker, isn't he, New Brown? He's played 5 times in the halves for Tony Smith's men this year. A nice strong carry from Franklin Pele enables him to crash over the line. And that's what they needed, points on the board. Look, you'll be honest, they'll do an almighty job, an almighty effort if they come back from this. Now 26 points behind. Franklin Pele just lays the line, plays the ball quick. You've got enough players just putting their arms up in the air, trying to attract the attention of New Brown of what they want. But he just sees the gap himself and goes over. He's a smart player, New Brown. And I was watching the young lads in Logan Moy and Jack Charles in that set of 60 moving around. They're talking. There's definitely a connection between those two players.
Well, you could see last week in the derby that Jack Charles was bossing the forwards around. He was telling them where he wanted them. He was setting plays up. Here he is looking to convert the try, which he will do. No problem at all. But Logan Moy mentioned the Academy Young Player of the Year last year coming into it. And, you know, that fearlessness of youth, if you like.
Absolutely.
What have they got to lose?
Yeah, absolutely. We've all been there. Do you know, as a young player coming through the ranks, and no one's got an opinion on you because they've not seen you play. So you can go out there and try anything. And you want your senior players. We saw SAS just comforting Lewis Martin in the first half. That's what you want. You want the senior players to say, look, lad, you might not have got it right. Have another crack. Not a problem. We'll back you. And then it gives those young players the confidence then to go out there and play.
Awkward bounce. Could have been worse. Jack Brown's getting ready to come on. To end his period in the sin bin.
Hold. Go. One, well done, one.
As the ball now works its way forward.
Surrender!
Well, let's see.
Stand now, wait!
Score first in the second half.
Surrender.
Can they add to their tally? They had a spirited response second half at Hull KR last week, but you can't afford to be giving teams such an advantage as Charles. You see Brown there making his way onto the field.
Work out on that time, Luke.
As now, here come the black and whites. Liggy Sow. Cudjoe wraps him up. What a servant Leroy Cudjoe's been, not just to the Giants, but to Super League in general.
Yeah, it's been outstanding.
40.
Kick downfield. Relishing it in the back row, isn't he? Leroy Cudjoe. Here's Bibby. Returns it with a bit of interest. And they're about to see Hugo Salabio come on for the Huddersfield Giants.
2. Move on the mark, Isan.
I think he'll get his first touch here. And that's a nice carry, isn't it? Straight into Leggy Sound.
Yeah, look, he's raw. He's got plenty of aggression in him. Late inclusion in the side. Here's Lollahea. Oh, he's gone straight through Lollahea. Can the fullback bring him down? No, he can't. Instant response from the Giants. Lollahea enjoyed that one. Referee just wants to check that he got it down in the field of play. And maybe how he got into that position. But it looks like the Huddersfield Giants have got their 8th try of the game.
Okay, we've got a live call of try. We're checking the ground in touch and go. Lollahea is in possession. He's still in possession. And grounds the ball. I've viewed the angles I need. I've made my decision.
Touch wood, it's been quite a straightforward afternoon, hasn't it, for Chris Kendall, the VAR? He's had one look and made his call. That's how it should work, isn't it? Lollahea, instant response for the Huddersfield Giants. And he enjoyed that one, Tui Lollahea.
Well, Tui Lollahea is one of those players that you want to keep him happy because he can do an awful lot with a rugby ball. Certainly a confidence player, outstanding last week, I thought, when they played against London. And they get that ball, and that left-hand side has caused them some issues, hasn't it? You could see that the young halfback, Jack Charles, was just a metre in front. Oh, I think it was Jordan Lane, which opened up the gate then for him to go in between both of those players, and he just has the fend on him to just get rid of Logan Moy as he's diving over, and the celebration from him.
Here's Jake Connor. Only getting a little bit of abuse on that far side. Here's the kick. They're quiet. That means the flags are going up. They are going up. He's kicking them from all over. At the moment is Jake Connor. He's one kick away from 500 Super League points as well. So the next one will be a big one for him. But this Lollahea on the end of the Clune Pass.
I can see the distance there between Jordan Lane and young Jack Charles. Jack Charles was just stood in front of him, which opens up the space, and Tui Lollahea, when he's carrying the ball in two hands, just spots that, pumps the ball, goes through it, and unfortunately for Hull FC, they just couldn't prevent him from scoring the try.
Hold! Go, one, line's good now, one.
And they just go with the go forward here, some strong carries.
Yeah, we mentioned that things aren't getting any easier for Hull. Have a look at this. Round 8, they go to St Helens, then they're at home to Leeds, Warrington away, London, who they have beaten, and Castleford. Those two huge games. And then after that, they meet the Huddersfield Giants again. It's a tough run, and that kick, I think, just a fraction short of being a 40-20. But that run of fixtures, Terry, there's no end to it at the moment, the Hull FC pain.
Well, when you're at the wrong end of the table, no game's easy. And you're just desperate to get hold of the games and get them by the scruff of the neck. But when you're playing against a team like that, that's kicking the ball from one side of the field, like maybe 20 metres, 25 metres from their own line, looking for the 40-20 on the opposite side, it just shows that two things. One, how much confidence they've got, and two, what a kicker they've got.
Yeah, absolutely. Huddersfield Giants, their next 5 fixtures, well, they look like that. They're going to Catalans in the Cup next week. Then they've got Leeds, St Helens, Salford and Wigan, so it's a tough old run for them as well. And their season, I'll say, it'll be defined by what happens next week against the Dragons. But if they can get a win there, then who knows? Ian Watson and the Giants might be picking up some silverware in the not-too-distant future.
Go forward time, that's okay.
All the Super League action live and only live on Sky Sports. Ball with Cater. Last one. Charles is going to send it high. Connor comes forward, catches it comfortably, sets off, ball in one hand and drives into Brown. Plenty more live Super League action to come as well. What a game we've got for you tonight. Catalans against St Helens. The winner will be top of the Betfred Super League. It's tonight live, 8 o'clock, Sky Sports action. And then round 8 kicks off Friday the 19th. Leeds, Huddersfield. St Helens against Hull, and Wigan take on the Castleford Tigers. And then the other 3 games, well, they're all live on Saturday the 20th as well. Not miss any of the action with us here on Sky Sports. Huddersfield then. 30 points to the good, looking for more. Tackle is made just inside the whole 40-metre line.
That's you.
Clune. Thingy Sal almost got a piece of him there. I think they're a free thought about giving a penalty there, but Clune got up from that one. Let's have a look at this, Terry.
Well, he goes up, doesn't he? Just a little nudge. That I'm okay with that. No wonder he got up. But Logan Moy, what a great take from the young fullback. You're under a bit of pressure. Players bearing down on you. You're well behind on the scoreboard, and you've got to come up with a play. And he did that, and they get a penalty as well now.
More discipline from the Giants, and Ian Watson will have a keen eye on this second half, Terry. Good look, the result, barring an absolute miracle, is all but confirmed as Salabio went in there on SASA. Look, the result's not in doubt, Terry, but they don't want to be conceding too many points, do they? They just conceded the set restart as well.
Complete performance, get your performance right in the first half, 100% completion rate with the ball, yet they still managed to score 40 points. It shows what they can do and what they're about, Huddersfield. And it's how you finish off the game.
Here's SASA, carries it forward.
Move,
rolled onto his back, 23 metres away from the try line. Here's Smith, gets it away now to Charles, runs a kick through. There were chasers coming, awkward bounce for Swift, and he's going to be collected in goal. Nice little kick again from Charles.
But again, don't you like that confidence, you know, from a young kid on the second play? You kick that ball when you're just thinking, right, well, we've just got to get through all of our tackles in the bag. Well, he spots some space and he backs himself. Like it, second play, earn a repeat set of 6, and just try and pressure this Huddersfield's line.
Yeah, some will criticise kicking early, but
if you get a result,
they're going to get the ball back anyway, aren't they? So,
yeah.
Well, you would think they're going to get the ball back. We saw a few short goal line dropouts at Headingley last night. Well taken by Logan Moy. And now the ball carried forward. Good shot goes in from Murchie there.
One, move! Hold, hold!
Still plenty of time left for more points for both sides. Cater. Another bit of good news for the Black and Whites that Joe Cater back, injured in round 1. Here now is Smith, gets it away. Charles, short pass to Lingy Sao.
3, move back!
Tackle made.
Go 3, walking foot.
New Brown gets it away, and it's an incorrect play of the ball from Lingy Sao.
It's just a step
well,
over,
that'll be frustrating for Hull. They've just had a good passage of play there, and it's undone by an error from one of their most experienced campaigners.
Yeah, I'd be so disappointed when he's fighting to get up, play the ball. You can see he just rolls it between his legs. No attempt to touch the ball with his foot. The referee, Tom Grant, spots it, penalises them, or hands the ball over, should I say. And it's just, again, it's just one of those disappointing passages in play, from getting the ball back, another repeat set of 6, to giving the ball to their opponents, not making Huddersfield work hard for it.
It will be 4 wins in 5 for the Giants. They were beaten earlier in the season by St Helens and Wigan. They lost at home to Hull Kingston Rovers. So if there is a criticism at the moment, Terry, of the Giants, it's when they come up against the big boys, they're just coming up a little bit short. Why do you think that is?
Extra yard, Joe.
Well, I think if you looked at them in them games against Wigan and against Saints, they were well and truly beaten. They didn't compete at all. And even the game that they won in round 1 against Leigh, I thought that in that game that they were there for the taking. But they're just trying to build out. They've got a new half-back in Clune. He was a very good player. Jake Connor, they want him firing on all cylinders, don't they? And Tuilola here, like I said, if you can keep him happy and healthy on the field, well, there's 3 players there that'll cause problems.
Yeah, here's Clune, gets it away. Rushton, 20 metres away. Giants hoping to put 50 points on the board for the 2nd time in a couple of weeks against Hull FC. Ball back on the angle, offloaded back to Golding. Golding just turns it back underneath here, invites Lollahea, who's well wrapped up.
Wait! Go 3.
And now the Giants will swing it to Clune. Clune goes short to Murchie. Murchie, good tackle there, goes in on this near side.
Go forward.
Smith it was with a tackle. Clune now gets it away to Lollahea. Out the back they go to Connor. Connor stabs a kick through. Fullback's there, Moy, and Moy gets the ground. Well, he looks the part, the young fella.
Yeah, you like what you see, don't you? Full of confidence. There's Logan Moy. It was a good kick as well from Jake Connor, pressuring the young man. Well, he comes up with the answers as well, doesn't he? He knows that as soon as he gets that ball, he's going to be in for some.
Oh, there's an error though here, and it's picked up by Kevin Nagama. Hull making a mistake. Nagama wrestling off would-be defenders. Now he's trying to get to that far side. He dummies, and maybe could have passed it to Adam Swift on that far touchline.
He was screaming for it, wasn't he, Adam Swift? The ball stripped from Leroy Cudjoe.
2, move, find me.
Salabio gets it away. Here's Lollahea, that big step. Short pass to Rushton. Can't quite force his way, but Hull are offside.
No effort at all.
More pressure.
Well, they are feeling the pressure now, aren't they? Again, it's just a bit too quick. Lollahea, Jake Connor, Clune, and just pulling the strings and playing the ball quick.
1, move now!
Salabio will carry it.
Hold. Go 1.
Here now, they come to this near side. Ball held the skies. Connor's gone down holding the back of his head here.
Again, I think it's Leggy Sow that comes in and hits him. And he goes down, he fields it.
Jake, he's getting reviewed. Jake, think about it.
Jake Connor disappointed, obviously, former teammates.
Calm him down.
Well, Connor's not happy. And Tom Grant, I think, good refereeing there, just said, look, it's been dealt with.
Yeah.
You keep out of it.
And that's the big thing, isn't it? We've seen creeping into the game, you know, players throwing their arms in the air, just trying to force the referee into making a decision. Just let the referee and the video referee deal with things. And Jake Connor, when the setup player was over on the right-hand side, he gets hold of the ball. You want that inside pressure as a big man. You want to put the inside pressure onto a ball player, but you can't hit him illegally.
Yeah.
Lingy Sao will be the latest Hull player to visit the sin bin.
Look at.
Well, it's the second occasion that he's been done for it, isn't it? You know, the late shot, okay, you get away with the first one, but not the second one.
Don't give you the right to tackle him late. It's your second one in the game, you go in the bin.
Lingy Sao shakes his head, but we mentioned it earlier on. There's a fine line between aggression and frustration, and he's stepped over the mark.
And he is, and has been, one of Hull's best players and imports for a long time, Lingy Sao.
It's a penalty.
And Tony Smith knows now that he's got to do without him now for 10 minutes, but to do it twice in the game, he'll be so disappointed in that.
Jake's got the penalty.
Like you said, aggression, frustration. That's clearly frustration.
He's got the penalty, that's fine. He just needs to leave it there. Can you deal with that? Thank you.
Connor's been booed.
Is he staying on?
They're not happy.
Is he staying on?
The home fans.
No. Okay, we're good.
It doesn't help that he caught him in the head, does it?
Well, look, when the referees are judging what's unfolded in front of them, they're looking for flexion, they're looking for the neck, like a whiplash sort of effect. And it happens that, and ball players have been protected, and you can see the reaction from Jake Connor. He's really disappointed to be on the wrong side of that sort of tackle with one of his former teammates.
Yeah. And Connor is actually leaving the field now. He's gone for a head injury assessment, so Connor, his afternoon might be done. Here's Lolohea, short pass to Murchie, and that's a big moment. It's a forward pass, but Connor, he's giving the whole bench plenty. He's pointing at Lingy Sao as he's left the field terry down below us, and he's having to be pulled away by the Huddersfield Giants backroom staff, and he's just given Lingy Sao. There he is, he's furious, Connor.
Hey, look, anyone who knows Jake Connor off the field, he's always got plenty to say, hasn't he? And normally, the more you wind him up and poke that fire, the better he becomes, and obviously really frustrated. He goes off the side of the field, he's looking at that Hull FC bench, and he's so disappointed to leave the field, one, but to be on the wrong side of that tackle as well.
Well, Huddersfield raised the green card to say he's gone off for a HIA, Jake Connor, so he's going to have to go and take that test because they'll want him back next week. But here go Hull. Cam Scott rampaging up the middle. Referee's been taken out by Adam Swift over on the far side. Great run from Cam Scott. Ball here with Smith. Turns it back for SASA. Hull for the second time down to 12. But can they score for the second time while they're down to 12? Well, it's been a feisty game, hasn't it? Yeah, now goes Brown. Set restart for Hull FC. Ball now with Brown. Off. Done with the offload. He's tackled a couple of metres out. And eventually he's ended up over the line, but then the referee said that he was held. New Brown is close again. Gets it away. They were off the line quickly there. SASA was almost tackled before he caught the ball. 5 metres out. Manu Brown gets it away. Smith dribbles a kick through the line, bounces all over, and it. Well, when it's your day, and Huddersfield collect it, and Huddersfield bring it forward. Good tackle goes in, but that will be the Giants with the ball back.
Yeah, that's it. When things are going for you, they go for you. That kick goes through the defensive line, and someone gets on the back of it. Got enough bodies in a Huddersfield jersey just to get all of that, and again, Nagama goes across the line, just trying to pull players out. Laidlaw there, the number 30, really gets stuck in. I like this young prop forward. Like I said, I've seen him a few times play in the Championship. Plenty about him.
Ball up to the halfway line. Giants looking in the mood for more. Good carry again from English. Last one for the Giants. Clune has it. Clune now rolls it through the line. Collected by the youngster. Logan Moy, and he's racked up 5 off his own line.
Well, they need to get the ball to centre field as quick as possible there and try and open up this defence. They're nice and tight, Huddersfield, as Liam Sutcliffe comes in for a carry. But you can see, look, the numbers in, just turning him on his back, slowing it down. The next carry is going to be difficult for Hull FC.
Darnell McIntosh carries forward. Ball working its way in field. Charles drops it back. Great offload. Here is Charles. He was looking for that pass. Good play from Brown as well. Moy gets it away to Smith. Midfield bomb. Swift off the wing comes to collect it. Made it look easy in the end. And a bit of broken field in front of him, but Brown gets his man.
Well, playing with plenty of confidence. And when he goes underneath this ball and catches it, you're thinking, is it going to open up for him? The afternoon that he's had today. And for Huddersfield, it's just about rolling your sleeves up and just doing your job, knowing where you are on the field. Tuilola here goes down that left-hand side again to Swift.
He does. Swift that ball back on the inside, and it's a double for Lollahea. Swift the provider this time, and the Giants hit 50. 9th try of the afternoon, and the Huddersfield Giants stroll in the sun here. The MKM continues. They lead Hull by 50 points to 16.
Well, they're pretty patient, aren't they? And they know that Hull FC are going to have some moments in games, some sets in games where they do pressure Huddersfield, but it's about not panicking. And when you do get an opportunity and you see something, you take it. And that's exactly what they did. When they go down that short side on the left-hand side, they're looking up all the time over the shoulders of defenders and over the road. Adam Milner fakes to go one way. Nice little ball from Tuilola here to Masters, and then Adam Swift. When he gets a 2-on-1, it's nice and simple for him, isn't it? Instead of going for glory and going for the try and take the youngster on the outside, the young Logan Moy, he gives the ball to that man who's in a better position of him to go over the field.
Third time in 4 weeks, Hull concede 50. Ian Watson will be pleased. And picking his counterpart won't be as pleased. Lollahea is going to take over the kicking duties with Jake Connor off the field. Lollahea, back-to-back tries for him. Tongan international. You make a great point. A lot has been made about Huddersfield under Ian Watson and how they attack, and sure, he maybe let them off the leash a little bit more. When you look at players like Lollahea, and now Clune has come in and just steers the ship around, and you add in Connor into that mix, they've got the people that can supply the ammunition, haven't they?
Look, when you're putting a team together, like, you've got to sign players that you think will fit into the style that you want to play. And yet teams go out there and players go out there and they play with a structure, but when sometimes you're up against the pump, you revert to type. So that's why it's so important that as a coach you pick the players that and you sign them, because you like the way that they play. You can't really change them. You can give them a structure and say, this is what I would like, this is how I would like you to lead us around the field. And Ian Watson, look, he's a shrewd man, isn't he? Did a good job when he was Salford coach, doing a job here at Huddersfield now, and it's always one of those pressure jobs because the money that they've had at their disposal, Huddersfield, over the years, they're the team that you look at and you want them to be up the top end of the table competing and winning.
Yeah, Raiders Eels live tomorrow 9:15 Sky Sports Arena as the NRL continues. Round 6 next week. Cracker Broncos against the Dolphins Friday at 11 a.m. and then a double-header. The Eels again take on the Cowboys. That's an 8:30 start on Saturday, Sky Sports Arena, and it's followed by the Rabbitohs under pressure take on the Sharks. All that to come next week. The NRL continuing on Sky Sports. Giants looking for more. Will they get a 10th try here this afternoon? Ball onto the ground, and that won't be the opportunity they were looking for.
Middle, yeah.
Swift helped to his feet by Darnell McIntosh, former teammate.
The same sort of play again, isn't it? That short side, it's damaged Hull FC. Adam Swift, he certainly showed up well. The first half he was exceptional, scoring that hat-trick.
Back row in. Tighten, mate.
Masters, Tuilala here, Swift have all been damaging over there on the left.
Out.
Yeah. All here with Sutcliffe. His 2 tries seem an awful long time ago now, don't they?
Move. Hold me, hold. Hold. Go, one.
Ball on halfway. Smith gets it away. SASA.
2.
Couple more minutes with Lingy Sow in the bin.
Go 2.
The ball moves across now to Charles. Offloads it back inside. Here is Moy. Moy takes on the line. I think he's definitely been a bright point for Hull today, without a doubt.
Well, he's certainly game, isn't he?
Go 3, that's good, mate. 3. Ball carry that, still 3.
Well, they always say, don't they, it's not the size of the dog, it's the size of the fight. He's got a bit of fight about him.
Go 4. Good Joe's go 4.
Here's SASA. Tackle round the bootlaces. Last one incoming for Hull FC, looking for a 4th try. As now they're going to put the kick in behind. It's a decent kick, but how cool was Easton Masters?
SASA and Wilson are at it here.
They are.
It was his 2nd carry in the game for SASA. They get the kick in. It just goes out. But they're coming together at the ruck. He wasn't very happy, SASA.
Oh, no. SASA just keen to get hold of his opposing prop forward.
Well, there's 2 tough players there. And neither one of them will back down. And I don't know what happened in the ruck. He picks him out. They just go ahead together. There's a bit of a pushing and shoving. He doesn't back away from it, Ollie Wilson. And then all of a sudden they're just pulling each other together. The heads come together. And then we're just having a little look. Is there a punch thrown by either player?
Okay, captains, please.
Chris Kendall's had a look at it and says, bit of pushing and shoving. Let's get on with it.
Sorry, I've demoted you. Sorry. Just before we start, the ball's dead, so we're going to go with 20. Yeah. There's 10 minutes to go. We've got players coming together. Think about what's going on. Yeah? Adam, just wait there. It's going to be a tap on the cross, mate. Wait there.
SASA is still walking out the line to Ollie Wilson.
Yeah, we'll get over these rooks so we can.
Let's wait and see what happens when these 2 players meet.
Is this when you used to tie your shoelace?
Yeah. I'd be the best dummy runner at this point. I'd be the best dummy runner on the field now.
Well, here goes Wilson.
Do you know what? And fair play to him as well. Do you know, for carrying the ball?
Yeah.
Go 1, yeah, you're good.
Here now is Clune. Clune gets it away. Nice pass. Nagama with a fake. Nagama's got support inside. He couldn't find Milner. Puts it down. Clune kicks it forward. It's play on at this point, and Martin chasing back falls on the ball, but he might. No, they're going to say they're offside. I think that Milner was within the 10.
Adam Miller's inside the 10. It's lost.
Wow.
It's within the 10. The ball's
It was a bit frantic, wasn't it? A nice ball, nice play. And Nagama just can't get the ball away to Adam Milner.
Let's go,
unfortunate now at Hull FC, when the line was broken, that they're going to get the ball back here now.
Wait for it.
Lingy Sow back into the action after his indiscretion. And here he is, takes the carry. Wilson gets stuck into him as well.
I'm watching Wilson and watching where SASA is in this set of 6.
Get your foot to that ball.
He's taking up the Terry O'Connor role of having a breather.
Hold. Go 2.
Another tough day for Hull. No getting away from that. And we mentioned those fixtures they have got coming up. They go to St Helens next weekend. St Helens will be coming off the back of 2 tough ties with Wigan and the Dragons. They take on Catalan tonight, live on Sky Sports. Winner of that one will go top of the Super League table tonight.
Release the ball, wait there. Go 5, he's moving forward. Yeah, I've got it, mate. 5.
Ball here with Smith. Little reverse kick that the runners were a little bit late arriving. Lollahair has a juggle. It hit the post. It was a good kick, and in the end, the chase was good enough.
Yeah, you're right. They turned up in the end, and I think it was Charles and Jordan Lane who managed to get there. Whether there was a clear communication on exactly what was going on there from from Smith. Tuilola here manages to get just get hold of that ball, and another big set of 6 here from Hull FC, whether they can post some points.
A little bit of a miscommunication from the restart. Moy will go back and get it and says, I'll bring it back. Can he get over the halfway line? No, he can't. Good chase from the Giants.
Hold.
Maybe not being the avalanche of points we expected Huddersfield to score in the second half, but job done in that first half, and 9 tries in total for them. It's been a good trip to the East Coast for the Giants, who move on to 4 wins. Good carry from Pele. Ball now with Brown, gets it away to Smith, finds Charles. Charles gets it away to Moy. Did well, he knew the hit was coming and he took the hit there off Masters.
Did ever so well to get that ball away then.
Here's McIntosh. Well, he put the kick through for SASA there. Not sure that was on the playlist before the game.
Well, I tell you what, that's a head scratcher. I've never seen Darnell McIntosh kick the ball like that. Do you know, in a game? So now it's like you're making it up as you're going along. Instead of your halves doing it, or your fullback doing it, or your hooker doing it. I'm not saying Darnell McIntosh isn't a good kicker, but he's not a player they'd expect to kick the ball through, especially for a front rower.
I think Swift got a bang on the head there, accidental bang on the head. Oh, Swift struggling. Swift has just wobbled there. You just saw it on the side of your picture. That didn't look great for Adam Swift. It was a head clash, and he's getting treated now by the doctor. The referee will stop play. Looked innocuous, Terry, but also at the same time it looked as though it's hurt him quite badly.
Yeah, you've got to make sure you look after the welfare of the players there, and you know, Adam Swift is one of those players that he'll be trying to push the doctor, trying to push the physio away and say, look, I'm okay, I want to get up, I want to continue playing, but we've just got to make sure that he can actually go on and continue playing.
And another one for Huddersfield. They've got a huge cup tie next week with the Dragons. Any failed head assessment will rule them out.
Wouldn't it? Yeah.
Well, Jake Connor's coming back onto the field, so that's good news for the Huddersfield Giants. But Jake Swift, I think, sorry, Adam Swift might be going for a head injury. He will be.
And Ian Watson now will just be shuffling the side about. And Leroy Kudrow looks like he's going to the position on the wing, but it's a big worry. It's a big worry though, Adam Swift going off the field.
Well, if it was fiery before, he might add to the mix again. He wasn't happy, was he? And Lingy South says, well, if you want to have a word, I'll have a word with you.
Yeah, like I said, look at them both. Fire in their eyes, isn't there? Lingy South and Jake Connor. Look, you've got one player in Jake Connor that loves winding everybody up on the field, no matter who he's playing. You've got Leggy Sow, who's a proud player to play for Hull FC, and like I said, probably one of the best, and he knows that these performances this year haven't been good enough for Hull FC.
What a bounce that is. So he couldn't take it in with Nagama. Ball will be pounced upon by Sow, gets it away to Sutcliffe. Sutcliffe runs forward, he's going to be wrapped up on halfway. And that'll be another set as we go into the final 7 minutes here. Martin carries.
Stand now! Go, one, he's moving forward.
A good strong carry from Laidlaw. Manages to spin out the tackle and not be dominated on his back.
Yeah, here is SASA.
Do you know, he's had a lot of people criticise him, SASA. I've loved the way that he's go forward and what he's been doing.
Well, here's Pele, and Pele rampages through, and Pele has the try. It's his first for the club. He bumps off some would-be tacklers, and Hull might just get the final word here. It's their 4th try, and Franklin Pele is over for his first Super League try.
Well, I was talking about an SASA and about his goal forward that he has and how he causes problems, but you look at the size of Franklin Pele, he's a huge man, and if you're defending on your heels, it's more or less impossible to stop. And Smith goes at the line, look, he gets through 2 players, gets over the top of Jake Connor and scores the try. No, it's consolation, and in patches Pele's played well. but it's about doing it over the 80 minutes. Just 7 appearances in the NRL, and maybe people expected an awful lot of the young man when he came over here. Well, like I said, SASA, he set up the platform for that try to be scored. And a further 2 points here for Hull FC through young Jack Charles.
Yeah. Well, it was a 30-point deficit at half-time. It's now a 30-point deficit again, and Hull FC have another try. Too big, too strong near the line.
Well, big Franklin Pele and SASA just lining up on the back line. They'll be coming off the back fence with this caddy. Let me tell you, 5 minutes to go. They've got nothing to lose.
So Connor will get us back underway. 4 wins in 5 for Huddersfield. For Hull FC, 3rd time in 4 weeks they've conceded 50 points. Where do they go from here, Terry, Hull FC?
It's a $1 million question. Absolutely. Like, I'm just looking at what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a team that's lacking in confidence. You have to look at the results this year, the points that they've conceded, like patches in games that they're playing where they're showing glimpses of, yeah, you can actually play. Like, look, carries like this from Pele when he's absolutely unstoppable, but you've got to do it over 80 minutes.
Yeah. And Cersei gets it away to Smith, moves it to Charles. A little chip over the top. Will it fall for Brown? It does fall for New Brown. Can he find a pass?
Offside.
I think the referee said he was in front.
I know he has, yeah, but it's New Brown's offside.
But again, Charles showing he's got the bravery to play.
Yeah, exactly. Well, New Brown. His offside is in front of the kick. You can just see in the middle of the screen. He had the clear call from the referee, Tom Grant.
He's had a decent game, Tom Grant, today. Fair play. The kick for touch is a good one. Is there time? Well, there certainly is time for more Huddersfield points.
One, move! Find me, hold.
Now there's a Salabio is holding the back of his neck. Referee tells him to get on with it, but ball coming forward here with, oh, that was high. That was high.
Leave it.
And that's a problem here.
Don't bite, what did I say?
Sow and Laidlaw in at the tackle.
Well, Leggy Sow again could find himself in some trouble here.
Oh no, it's a penalty.
He's been on the bench for 10 minutes and a late hit on Jake Connor. He's been in all the action. He's trying to lead by example, but crossing over that line hasn't quite held. And you can see nice run from Wilson, and he hits him. He's gonna go again for the sin bin.
I think they're saying it's low-level force, and that is going to save Lingy Sal from a red card.
Right, it's forceful, dangerous, but there's a mitigating factor that it's low-level force. You go in the bin.
For Lingy Sal, for the 2nd time this afternoon, is shown the yellow card. And they are down once again to 12, and Lingy Sal's frustrations grow.
And that look says it all, and that probably look sums up Hull FC this year. Frustration in his face, knowing that when he's made contact there with Wilson, he knows he's probably going to be sat down again for 10 minutes.
So they'll play on Huddersfield. We'll get your thoughts on Betfred Player of the Match shortly, Terry. We'll just see what happens here, because they're looking for more points. They're looking for the 10th try, and last-ditch tackle keeps out Neeson Masters, set restart here for the Giants. They've got bodies everywhere. Salabio takes it in. He's hit hard, 5 metres out. We'll play it now. They're trying to pinch one from close in. They'll swing it wide to Lollahair. Ball over the top to Bibby. Bibby cuts back in. Bibby going for the line, and he'll score. Bibby will round off the scoring for the Huddersfield Giants. Over in the corner. And the Giants have a 10th try on the day, much to the delight of the Giants' travelling army. They lead by 56 points to 22.
Well, they've done some damage over there on the left-hand side, and just his second appearance of the age 8 Bibby, but certainly knows how to finish a try, doesn't he? And scored the back end of the first half, scored the back end of this second half as well, and the ball over the top from Lollahair. Well, it's a confident player that manages to throw that. Masters went close. Milner, he gets out, he goes open. He decides again to come down that short side. And they really like the look of that short side. And Hull FC, those youngsters, well, have learned some harsh lessons in this game. They just couldn't prevent him from going over.
Yeah. Right, who is your Betfred player of the match then, Terry? Who are you going for?
Well, there's been some big plays, some big performances from the likes of Tui Lollahair. Adam Clune had a lot of good touches in the first half. Jake Connor as well, but the man on the edge, Adam Swift, you know, former Hull FC player, 4 seasons at Hull, scored a hat-trick in the first half, and he really set the tempo of the game of what was to come in this, the outcome overall.
He'd have wished he'd have been on the end of that pass, wouldn't he, from Lollahair? He'd have had 4 tries again. Jake Connor just taking his time here. This is actually, he might not realise it, Jake Connor, but if he does kick this, it will be 500 career points in Super League for him. We'll have reaction straight after full time here at the MKM. You can see the black seats are becoming more evident as the fans drift away here. Connor from the sideline then. 7 from 8 for him. Strikes it. And the cheers will tell you he's missed it. So the wait for 500 goes on, but he's a character, isn't he? He's saying, where are you? I can only see the Huddersfield fans.
He's pointing at the scoreboard.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's doing to the fans. Yeah, he might have missed that 2 points, but they've scored enough to win the game. And Jake Bibby scores the last try in the game. 22 seconds to go. Hull FC now just desperate to get to the final hooter and get in the changing rooms and just sit there and look each other in the eye and shake of the head and think, come on lads, where are we going wrong?
Yeah, we will have reaction to come after full time here. This is the last play potentially of the game. Jake Bibby says no need for silliness. We will just take it in. We'll hear from both camps as well. Be interesting to hear what Tony Smith has to say. But the siren goes in the background. Those that are left, a few boos around the MKM. It's another huge defeat for Hull FC. Reaction from Ian Watson and Tony Smith to come after the break. Jake Connor's Giants have got it done. They've beaten Hull by 56 points to 22. Big day for the Huddersfield Giants. They have scored 56 points in victory over Hull FC. 56-22 the final score. Swift with a hat-trick, the eye-catching picture. I'm pleased to say we're joined now by the winning coach. Huddersfield Giants boss Ian Watson joins us. Ian, congratulations. Look, it's never easy coming here, but your team made light work of it in the end.
Yeah, we spoke all week about what happened to us last year when we came here. Hull were on a 7-game losing streak, and we were kind of travelling well at the time, and then it derailed us because we came in and got caught, and Hull then went on to a decent run on the back of it, so we wanted to make sure that that didn't happen again this year, and I thought the boys were outstanding. The way we started the game was excellent. I think we completed 19 out of 19 sets in the first half.
Yeah, you did. We were looking at that. Obviously, first half hat-trick for Adam Swift. He had to leave the field at the end. How is he?
Yeah, he seems all right coming off. He's just got a bit of blurred vision more than anything. So it wasn't actually the impact. I don't think it was more that his vision was a little bit impaired. So he's getting that checked out. Hopefully he's all right. He's been an outstanding player for us this year.
Yeah, he has. Tries coming from all angles. Great creativity, and your forwards laid a good platform for you.
Yeah, I think that's what we spoke about at our time. The pleasing thing was the way that we laid that platform for the spine to be able to play off the back of. And then it's easier when you're playing on the front foot. It's a hell of a lot easier than playing on the back foot. And I thought our spine were pretty clinical. I thought first half we were pretty good all round, to be fair.
You've got some tough games coming up, but this puts you in a good position now. You're right on the tails of the leaders in the Super League.
Yeah, well, we knew we had a tough start anyway with the amount of away games that we had coming kind of thick and fast, if you like. But it was one where we spoke about the resilience and having a mentality to be able to go away and win games, and that's what we've been doing. So, yeah, it bodes well for us going forward. We've got an interesting game next week now against Catalan, and then we move forward back to the league again.
Yeah, and just one final quick one. Luke Yates, 150th career appearance. He gets over for a try as well. He's been a great servant for you and the Giants.
Yeah, he's awesome, mate. He's a top bloke. I mean, you can't wrap him up enough. The work ethic and kind of how the boys kind of react to him, and they love him being a part of our team, and he's a top player, mate, and a top bloke.
Brilliant, Ian. Thank you for your time. Congratulations. Good luck next week in the Cup.
Cheers, thanks, Matt. Bye.
Cheers, Ian Watson joining us there after his side put on a comprehensive performance here. 56 points to 22. 52% possession. Look at that, 89% completion for the Giants. Viewers on Sky Sports main event will be leaving us now. The reaction continues here to the Giants win over Hull FC. So Ian Watson is happy, and his team's got plenty of tries, Terry O'Connor.
Now, I thought they set the tone in that first half. You know, the way that they played, the way that they managed to get over the line. And Hull FC, through New Brown, just manages to give them a bit of lifeline. Scored the opening try. And then Huddersfield just get the minds refocused, get back on the bite. And Tuilola here had a big game, goes through the gap there, created by a couple of players there that just weren't quite connected. And the young fullback and Logan Moy just tried his best. They need to try and prevent Tuilola here from going over, but couldn't do that. And Tuilola here, yet again, just goes down that short side. Like we were saying in commentary, Mark, that left edge really caused them problems in this game. And they look like they like playing in the sun. Ian Watson's men certainly came with a point to prove, knowing that there's some big games ahead of them. And Lola here goes in for his second in the second half. And SASA, big crashing run. He set up this platform for me. And Franklin Pele, one of the biggest men that's playing Super League. If you defend on your heels, he's very hard to stop. And just a couple of see you laters there. If they can do that for 80 minutes with the powerhouses that they've got, they'll cause some problems. But it's just managing to do that. And then the last ball on the top, Jake Bibby benefits, scores the try from a lovely ball from Tuilola here. The vision to go over the top to find that space.
56-22, then it ends here, and it adds to the results we've already had. Big win for Wigan on Thursday, Castleford, Hull KR and Warrington also winning. Still to come, the Dragons take on St Helens, 8 o'clock on Sky Sports Action tonight. Winner of that one will be top of the table. 10 points, 5 teams there. Huddersfield into the top 6 on the back of that. Hull stay 11th. Right, plenty of action coming up across the next few days here on Sky Sports. Starts off tonight, Brighton Arsenal, Saturday Night Football live right now on Sky Sports Premier League. Tomorrow, small matter of Rangers Celtic, 11 o'clock Sky Sports Football. Manchester United Liverpool as the title race continues before Tottenham take on Nottingham Forest. All that live on Sky Sports. Valero Texas Open Day 4, 6 o'clock tomorrow night on Sky Sports Golf. And don't forget tonight, it's the Dragons taking on St Helens. Huge game at the top of the Super League table. Our thanks to Terry, our thanks to you for joining us. Well done to the Huddersfield Giants. They've beaten Hull 56-22.